Hey guys, we're back on the phone again today because my iPad will not connect. I don't know why. It will not allow me to do things on the internet or on the iPad. So, back on the phone. So, last week worked okay, I guess. It's so tiny, right? But hello. Hello. Welcome to the program. If you're watching this live, please say hello when you come into the room. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel, like all my videos, right? And leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, so that YouTube will use their algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet. But please let me know what you think about the video. Okay? Please. So there's a lot going on. A lot. And thank you to everybody who came out to see me at my last psychic fair. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sunday was a great day. Saw a lot of people that I didn't know that know me. And happy birthday, Billy. And yeah, they know me from Coach for the Soul. They know my name, things like that. They know me from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. So there's a lot, and we're going to talk about a lot today too. So yeah, it's a good day in Detroit today. It's not really too bad outside. It's about 75 degrees. It's been cloudy and gross all day. But now the sun's out, so we'll see. Supposed to rain all weekend again. Yeah, great. So, hey, Pratik. Hey, Medi. Hey, Kathy. See who else is here. Hey, Haley. Hey, Laura. Namaste. Hey, Pat. Trace is here. Allison Strange. Hey, Melanie. How's it going? Yeah, so we're going to talk about some cool stuff today, I think. So first off, if you guys are interested in coaching, okay, Element coaching sessions will change your life. I'll guarantee you that they will change your life. Hey, Tiffany. So elementsessions.com or billhobart.com. But if you want one-on-one coaching, spiritual coaching, things like that, and don't know which angle to go, which, again, you have lots of questions. You don't know why this is happening, and that is happening, and this is happening, and that is happening, and you can't find the time to book a reading or something like that because you're unsure how long it's going to go, things like that. Element packages are about over half off the regular price of a year's worth of readings. Okay? So some of the one package, you get an hour and a half a month. Okay? The Earth, that would be the Universe Earth package, you get an hour a month. Split it up any way you want to. And unlimited questions. Okay? Fire, you get 45 minutes a month and unlimited questions. And water, it is a half an hour every month and unlimited questions. And then there's air, which is 15 minutes a month. For those people that are like, you know what, I'm good. I just got some questions I want to ask once a month on the phone, on FaceTime, on Zoom, whatever. But they're all on elementsessions.com or billhobart.com. All right? So there's a lot of people on here today, like Erica and Allison and Kathy and Pat, who have element packages. So reach out to them and see what they think about them. They've all re-upped, and Jamie's on there, and yeah, there's a lot of people on there. You know, hey, Vicky, that are looking for their ascension and how to do it instead of trying to struggle through all of the stuff that's going on in the universe right now and going forward. Because I'm telling you, everybody, the ascension is absolutely at lightning speed. And I've talked about that before. But first off, I know, hang on. Let me see. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the new moon on July 17th in Cancer. And the reason he wants to talk about this first is because it is going to prompt you, let's say, to let your emotional stuff go. Okay? And yes, Allison, you do. Allison said, I think I need to up my package. Yeah, you do. Because she's going through this metamorphosis right now, which is pretty freaking cool. But anyway, I'm kind of scattered today. We're trying to bring it together because they've been on it all day long, nonstop. So it's going to trigger you to let your emotional stuff go. That's the 17th. Now it's already started. The pre-new moon has already started. It's the 17th at 2:32 in the afternoon in Eastern time. Okay, Eastern Daylight Time. And hey, Kimberly. So it's going to prompt, it's going to beat, it's going to bang, it's going to do everything it possibly can, kind of like a Mercury retrograde, to not get the cream off the top, but to go deeper. Now, the cool thing about, because Cancer is emotions, right? The cool thing about new moons, you can set your intention for what you want by the next full moon. Okay? Whatever it is. Spirit, I need you to help me get rid of item 1, 2, and 3 on my emotional list. Spirit, I need you to bring somebody into my life who's going to help me understand who I am. Spirit, can you bring me a man? Can you bring me a wife? Can you bring me a woman? Whatever it might be. Can you bring me a dog? Right? Because everything starts at 0 on the new moon. Then it clicks higher and higher and higher and higher as we get closer to the full moon. That's why full moons are so intense. That's why full moons are at 29 degrees of the zodiac sign that they're in. What does that mean? Meaning that it's at the very, very tip of that zodiac sign. And that full moon is banging, ready to go into the next zodiac sign. But it's not allowed until it becomes full. Okay? Sometimes they'll go from, let's say, Aquarius, new moon, and they'll have a have a Capricorn new moon, and they'll have a Aquarius full moon. Okay? Because it usually takes about 3 weeks. But not often. Sometimes we have 2 in a month, like we do now. Okay? Sometimes they come in 2, but usually they come in singles. All right? So, as you start to freak out, because I know people do, start to document what you got. Either on your phone, write it, doesn't matter. Because they are absolutely up-leveling us. Trust me, they're up-leveling us. Because everything's going so swell for them, they're all kind of buying into it. There's millions of people that are actually around the planet. I know. Spirit says about 1 billion people or more so far have started their ascension. Some are farther than others. But new moons give us the opportunity to ask for something. And it will usually come to us by the full moon. Now, do you still got to do the work? Oh, yeah. You can't ascend until you do the work. Plain and simple. Okay? That you can fight it, you can fight it, you can fight it. Like I know a person who fights his ascension every day. Every day. And he is this gifted person, but does not understand. I know it's because of fear. Right? Because the way he was raised and things like that, right? Wasn't really raised properly. Like by 3D standards, let's say. Okay? But he is such a gifted person, I keep connecting to him, thinking, okay, can we just have a conversation? I don't care if it's on the phone, I don't care whatever, because I need to not trigger him, I need to activate him. Just by a conversation. Right? And you all will do the same thing when you are in your ascended spot and going higher into 5th dimension, because guess what? The muggles are going to need somebody to talk to. And your light's going to be on. And so guess what? Friend of a friend of a friend is going to find you and ask you questions about all kinds of things of what you went through. That's your job. That's why you're here. Also, I learned this over the weekend at the Psychic Fair in St. Clair Shores. Again, there's always something, right? That they just took the thought away. Bring it back. Because I'm like 40,000 feet in the air, been all day. Oh, okay, got it. Sorry, guys. What Spirit told me on the weekend to people who are extremely spiritual. I mean, I was blessed. I had 1 or 2 or 3 people on Sunday that were just like, oh my gosh, this is fun. It's not a challenge at all. It's fun. And we just went back and forth. It was fantastic. Is that we're all here so we can experience going back into 5th dimension. We came from 5D 12,500 years ago. They took us off the planet for 500 years. Then they put us down in Africa and watched us move north. Okay? So we were completely stripped of all of our knowledge. Completely stripped. Went from 5D to 3D. And again, guys, it's an experiment. Okay? This is the Petri dish. The Earth is the Petri dish. Chimes. For serious? Pleiadians. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Okay? Is there others that are here that may come from other galaxies? It's possible. But this is, I know, Spirit says Earth is the play space for both of those beings. Okay? That's why astral affect us so deeply. Right? Things that are happening in horoscope, things that are happening in the zodiac, things that are happening in the sky, right? Because back in the day before we were 3D, we knew all those things. And we'll know them again. How our ancient DNA is being reactivated. So when people say, Bill, I don't think I'm going to ever do that, trust me, you're going to do that. Because you did it before. 12,500 years ago. Okay? So as you're being prompted, as you're being pushed, as you're trying to understand, always remember, talk out loud to Spirit. I'm telling you guys, it is the one way to get what you want. And it alleviates the baloney, the garbage that you keep inside your body because ego has a hold of it. Ego is not, can we tame it? No. Is it going to switch to a positive ego in about 5 years? Yes, for those who have ascended. So for us, we've never known anything but that type of ego. But when we get into 5D again, and that's a spiritual aspect, right? That everything is going to make sense. Because guess what? Everything from our past ancient lifetimes, the DNA, has been reactivated again. That's why when Spirit says, you guys will look at things totally different. Things will be totally different. Well, they won't be totally different for a Muggle or a 3D'er. But for us, they will be. Why? Because we'll be living in higher dimensional energy. And that's a good thing, because we will know more about what's next. We will know more about what to do. We will know more about how to activate other people, because we've done it for ourselves, not only this lifetime, but last lifetime. Okay? So as we speed forward, because I'm telling you, it's already the 13th of freaking July. It just started. It was just the 1st of July. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. Right? But all of us are going through this. Even people at the psychic fair last weekend that have no idea about anything, right? Are like, Bill, the time is going by so fast. It's unimaginable. But that's because we're higher than 3D, right? 3D'ers are going through it too, because things are just flying by, because we are the majority of the population on the planet. We are the majority of the humans on the planet. Have all been activated? No. Have most people started? Yes. Will more start continually? Of course. But those of us who are ascending quickly, right? Who are taking our place. Like anybody who's watching Coaching for the Soul, that's for sure. Ask Allison Strange. She'll tell you. All of a sudden, she's seeing this and hearing that and seeing this and hearing that. And yeah, she's a gifted woman. But all of a sudden, she's getting things coming to her very, very, very quickly. Because she just kind of goes through the day. She does her stuff. She talks out loud to Spirit. Trust me, everybody. If you want something, you are not going to get anything if you're not saying, hey, Spirit, can you help me with this? Hey, Spirit, I want some New Balance green shoes. Spirit, I want another pair of yellow New Balance gym shoes. Hey, Spirit, I want another pair of those right there from New Balance. Amazon Prime days. Got a red pair of these coming too. Because I asked for them. I said, Spirit, I need new shoes. He says, okay. Amazon Prime. Amazon days. Okay, cool. Well, most of them are on sale. I mean, the ones I'm taking off my feet right now were on sale for $50 off. And they're great shoes. I love them. But all I wear is sneakers. Every day I wear a different type of sneaker, different style. Okay? And the reason I do that is because, I'll give you a little shoe tip. Gym shoes break down if you wear them every day in 3 to 6 months, or they're no good anymore. Might look fine on the outside, but the insides are done. Chimes. Because they're not made for everyday wear. They're made for an hour or two in the gym 3 times a week. Maybe a Saturday gig. That's about all. But if you got shoes, especially sneakers, and you've had them for a long time, toss them out, because they're going to do nothing but mess your feet up without you knowing. Shoe guy, 35 years, intuitive at the time, clairvoyant at the time. Trust me, when it comes to shoes, I know exactly what the deal is. Okay? So, did I ask for these? Yes. I asked for these. And boom, I wanted green ones forever. And they're there. Bonus. Plus, I had a good psychic fair. So, I have some extra money. Now, why did I have a good psychic fair? Could it be that it was my last one? Possibly. Could it be that I asked Spirit for new shoes? And he says, okay, Bill's going to have a good psychic fair so he can get the new shoes? I believe that one. My best psychic fair of the year. My last one. Yes. All right? So the more you talk out loud, the more you receive. The more you ask for anything, you receive it. If you want $1 million, is it going to be here tomorrow? Probably not. If you're going to want $100 million, no. Where are you in the energy of that $100 million? Lee and I had this conversation last night. In our lives, we have to match our vibration, right? We have to match, our thinking has to match our vibration, right? Like Lee and I were talking, and I talked to somebody about this earlier today, is that if you ask for $100 million, let's say, even if you ask for $10 million, right? Let's say $10 million. That's achievable easy, okay? When that $10 million comes, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They're giving it to you because you have to take care of yourself first. It's not give it all away and then me. No, it's, okay, the only way that she or he is going to get it is if we know, because they've told us, that I'm going to buy myself a house, a car, a new boat, a new house on the lake, whatever you might want to say. Whatever, okay? It's not for paying bills. It's not for giving to your kids. It's not for your mom or your dad or anything like that at all. It's for you. Now, once you buy that car for $50,000, or once you buy that car and the house and the boat on the lake for $300,000, okay, they gave you $10 million, right? Now you can do. But do you give your kids $1 million apiece because you know they can handle money? They were taught that? Or do you piecemeal it to them because they'll blow it all and have nothing left? Why is that? Because we don't teach our children emotions, finances, how to be grown up. Very, very few of the I know 40, but he would say 40% of the population in the United States has been taught how to be a grown up by their parents. Because their parents went, okay, nobody taught me, I need to teach them. Okay, kind of like me with Spirit. I never had a teacher. Never had a teacher. It was the way of hard knocks, baby. You got to get with it. If you don't get with it, guess what? It's not time yet. It's not time yet. So again, If they give you $10 million, what are you going to do about it? Chimes, are you ready to get $10 million? With Lee and I, we're talking about $100 million, $300 million. I mean, Powerball's $800 million. Okay? So if you take the cash option, it's like $450 million. Then you got tax on top of that, which is a lot, like 40%. Okay? You get some of that back at the end of the year. But still. So now you got, let's say, $300 million that's yours. Cash, baby, cash. Are you prepared? Are we prepared to understand the responsibility of that $300 million? I am. Because I've been focusing on it for 5 years. In the last year and a half, last year I would say, intensely. It's just coming to me, right? And that's the thing. If you ask for $10 million and you receive it, are you going to be afraid to spend it? Fear. Are you going to be afraid that your kids are going to spend it all in a week? Fear. Are you afraid that people will look down on you? Fear. Are you afraid that your family will want most of it? Fear. Fear is the base of everything. Everything that we don't get. And I talk to people who say, Bill, I'm really okay with what I've got. Really? If you don't want more, oh, you got to have more. Like green shoes. Yellow shoes. Mango shoes. Yeah. A new car, whatever. Never be complacent with not wanting more. Never think that it's enough. Now, how do you do that in a healthy way? If I'm asking, I know they're going to bring it to me. Eventually. If I believe I deserve it. Do I want $1 trillion? Not really. Do I want $1 billion? Okay, that's a lot of money after the tax and the cash option, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's probably $500 million. Okay. Could do a lot of good with that. If your mind is matching your heart, matches spirit. If you have a direct connection, which all of you do, that you've invested in. I mean, I will tell you I'll tell you this story from last year. I believe the people in West Bloomfield, 5 people they had a pool and they bought the tickets at Kroger and they won $1 billion. I think it was $1 billion. Yeah, 5 of them. Okay? 2 of them completely disappeared. No one's seen them since because they're like, holy cow. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with this money? What am I going to do with this? Oh my God. Because 5 of them got $100 million. And none of them were young, right? So 2 of them went in hiding because they didn't know how to handle it because they never thought they would win. They never thought they would win. And so many people never think they'll win at anything. Then why ask? No. Because the universe is going to kick your butt into understanding that there's more. That there's more, and that you deserve it. You deserve everything that you want. What do you want? So many people go, Bill, I don't know. How can you not know what you want? It's like people who come to a psychic fair and don't have questions. Or come to see a person like me and don't have questions. I'm like, well, what questions do you have? None. Really? When I went to a psychic when I was a kid, I had a list of 10 things for an hour, right? And I was keeping her on track. Number 1, number 2, number 3, because I needed to know. Is it just me? No. But some people don't want to engage in asking because they'll be disappointed. That was me. I never engaged in that. I believed that if I worked hard, I would be rewarded. And I was in the 3D footwear world. 6 figures. But a lot of headaches came with that 6 figures. A lot of BS came with that 6 figures. As all of us know, right? Is that when you get paid good money, there's a lot of stuff that they critique and there's a lot of stuff that they want you to do and there's a lot of stuff they want to spread you really thin, things like that. They don't do that. How are we going to be abundant in the future? We all have put away money for now. Think about that. Every person that's alive today who's over the age of 35, Spirit gave me 35, about 35, put money away thousands of years ago for now. If you don't ask for it, it's not going to come in this lifetime. It might come before you die. Spirit, I know, right? He says, why would you want it to come before you die? Because you don't expect it. No, ask for it now. It might be here in 2 years. Might be here in a year. But the way energy, quantum energy is flying, it's much faster than it was for me in 2018, 19 and 20, 21 even 22. I know. Spirit always says, you have to do things the hard way, Bill. You have to do things the hard way because that's what your soul's journey is. I get it. But not everybody has a tough soul's journey. They think it's tough because it's not easy. Well, guess what? Our souls come to earth for the pain, the anger, the moodiness, the emotions, the BS, all of it. Because you're here to learn what it's like to be human. We don't remember the good times. Most people can find fault with anything that's good. Ego. We remember the bad times. Remember that time when I was broke? Remember that time when my car didn't work and I had to walk to work? Remember that time when we were kids that we had to walk uphill in the snow 5 miles to get to school every day and these kids want to be buzzed? That's not true, but it works. Because it's the same thing, right? And as you say that, ego grabs hold of it and brings all of those things back up into your memory banks. Now you got to get rid of it again. Don't do that stuff. Just ask for what you want. Decide what you want. You don't have to have a bigger house if you don't want it. But you can't manifest for somebody else's house. Doesn't work like that. I don't know what that's about. Somebody's backing out. That kind of freaked me out. Like, okay, Spirit, I get it. All I said was that red flash, right? Like, oh, shoot, I went over the bounds. So everybody needs to understand that as we're going forward, right, that you want to be conscious of asking. You want to be conscious of what you want every day. And with the freaking new moon in Cancer, which is emotions, everybody's going to be freaking out. Now, the ones that don't freak out will be the ones who are conscious. Who are conscious. Okay, I feel that. So, Spirit, what is that? What is that? I'm thinking about when I was 5 or when I was 10, whatever it is. Okay, Spirit, let that go. No, it's not mine. Tap your sternum. I did that the other day. I was freaking out about something, and I don't know what it was. I'm like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Oh, because I didn't want to go to the psychic fair. Didn't want to do it. My little person inside was like, nah, screw that. We're not doing. She can keep the $300. Forget that stuff. I'm not doing 3 days. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm glad I did. Saturday was a disaster. I did 2 readings all day in 9 hours because of the rain. Friday night was good. Sunday was fantastic. And I got to see people that I'd never met before or who I have met who wanted to see me before I move. Yeah. So that is what's coming in the next week. And then there's probably a 5-day shadow after that. Okay? Because I know. Spirit says they're going to one-up your emotions. Because we can't take the emotional aggravation, the yuck, with us into 5D. It's like a freaking anchor in our heart. Everybody gets triggered. You're supposed to get triggered. But how you deal with it is so very, very important. Do you have the understanding on what to do in that situation? Some do, some don't. Hey, Tom. You know, some do, some don't. But if you don't have it, send me a text. Call me on the phone. Today's a bad day, Bill. Guess what? And I'll guarantee you in 5 minutes you'll be... It's already been downloaded. Your body already has it in the DNA. And then... and you'll listen to what I say in my voice and and the words that I say that come from them, right? From Spirit, right? And you'll get it. you'll say, wow, that's pretty freaking cool. But if I say the same thing out loud, I'll be able to calm myself down. I'll be able to quicker than normal, I will be able to remove that energy from my body, remove that thought from my mind, remove all of it. And you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger as you ascend and you ascend and you ascend. Because you're going to 5D and higher. Make it easy on yourself, right? Make it easy on yourself. Cost you nothing to text me. Cost you nothing to call me. People do it every day. I think Sunday I had like 6 or 7 messages because Sunday was a freak out day. People were freaking out on Sunday. Energy was everywhere. Everywhere across the country. And hey, Teresa Parker. And people were reaching out, which is a blessing because they're looking for the answer to why do I feel like this today. My friend Pratik sends me texts all the time. Bill, today is a day. What is going on? And I will and I'll text him right back, or I'll pick up the phone. Usually I text him back, and it's like, okay, I get it. Thanks, because it resonates with him. That's what Element coaching packages do. Just a little commercial right there. It gives you the opportunity to understand because you are working on yourself every single week of every single month of the year. Not just sporadically when you think that it's when they engage you and try to get you to do some energy work. Another good thing about Element sessions. They hold, because trust me, I have people who do not book, and I send them a text, go, you haven't booked for this month. You haven't booked for this month. You haven't booked for this month. That's what the deal is. They're holding them accountable for why aren't you booking? You paid me money. Why aren't you? Because they're not ready yet. Because sometimes the ego has you pay somebody thinking that you're ready to sabotage you. And most of those people don't re-up the next year. Because it's not they don't have the money, really didn't get anything from it, really didn't have time. Well, that's because you didn't make it a priority. That's why you didn't do what you needed to do when I would reach out to you and say, you haven't booked this month. You haven't booked this month. You haven't booked this month. See, I can't make you want to do it, but you paid me the money. I've done the same thing. Trust me, not on that, but on other things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't use that. I didn't use that, didn't use that, didn't use that. And you go, well, okay, can't do anything about it now. So as they push us forward, have all these celestial events not attack us, pierce us with energy to get us to let go. Pierce us. Again, we're getting all this energy from the universe. The solar flares are ticking, right? There's meteor showers. The northern lights are beautiful. But we feel those things. Our body is dum 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 dum. Bill, why do I vibrate? Bill, why does this happen? Bill, why do I feel like this? Bill, why do I feel like this? Because you're being surrounded by positive energy that is trying to lift you into higher dimensional energy. It understands who you are, or you wouldn't be alive. You are at the point in your life where you, in your soul journey, chose your ascension. And for us old guys, guess what? Hey, Marcia, guess what? We have to let our stuff go. We have to learn how to let our stuff go. But we're here because we want to see what it's like because our souls are so damn old, we don't believe it. Well, I can tell you, this human believes it. I believe it. Because I see what happens when I talk to people and they get ignited. And they go, wow, that makes all the sense in the world to me. And then they're excited about talking. They're excited about talking to their guides. They're excited about everything. Yeah, Tom, right? They're excited, which is what they're supposed to be, simply because they're the future. I'm not. I'm just a teacher. That's the way that it goes. But we chose to be here to watch our children, to watch our grandchildren, to experience things that we haven't had in this lifetime yet. As a Capricorn, I will tell you, this is the best part of my life I've ever had. I've ever had when it comes to everything that's in my life. Spirit on Friday night after the psychic fair, guess what he did? Saturday night. He did this. I'm in the bedroom because I usually have to decompress after doing that because I'm still thumping, right? And Lee's out here in the living room. He's watching his TV, and I'm in there. TV's on, but I'm not really doing anything. And I have my phone. And Spirit says, "How many miles is it from Detroit to Maui?" I said, "I don't know." He goes, "Google it." Okay, 4,417 miles, I think, kid. There's 4,471, something like that. And it takes 12 hours or 14 hours. Okay, sometimes 15 hours, depending upon if you stop or not, right? And I went, okay, so it's blah, 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 blah. And I said it out loud, right? I didn't read it. I said it out loud so he can see it. Again, once you get used to talking out loud, you'll talk out loud all the time, which is what you're supposed to do because they can't read your freaking mind. So he says, "Bill, just go ahead and swipe the screen." Okay. So I swiped the screen. Again, I'm at 40,000 feet. Just got doing the psychic fair, right? So I'm just chilling. I'm great. And the connection is so clear. I'm just doing it, right? Like I'm talking to somebody. Literally in front of me. I'm not. Swipe it. Swipe it. Swipe it. I'm thinking, why am I swiping? I said, why am I swiping this? I swiped it again. Listen to this. On there was a flight schedule, that we will leave for our vacation to Maui on August 17th. 17th? 19th. No, 17th. August 17th, and return on September the 4th. Now, Hyatt asked, "So Spirit, when are we going to go to Maui for the vacation so I can buy the house?" No, nothing, right? Nothing. Nothing at all. They don't talk to me all the time, guys. They never answer my questions half the time. They don't. Because it's not the right time to ask the questions. I'm just asking them to get it out into the universe so that when they feel it's time for me to receive it, like after a psychic fair that I just did for 5 hours, right? Way up here, that I just swipe and swipe and swipe and say, "So why am I swiping?" Swipe, and then boom. Makes all the sense in the world. We go on the 17th. We come back on September the 4th. I've bought in the house. We've got everything settled. I believe we're going to buy the cars at the same time. And we come home. My parents have said, and Spirit has concluded, that we will be in Kihei, Maui by the 21st of October, which is my mom and dad's anniversary. Now, did I expect that? Did I expect that information? No, because I've never gotten the information in 8 years. See? So now's the time. And this is what is fascinating to me. As you ask for what you want, it doesn't come in bits and pieces, everybody. It doesn't. One after the other. One after the other. And you have to be prepared for that. They will not give it to you until you're here. And it can be frustrating, irritating, a pain in your butt. But guess what? Once you get here, in ascension, from here, it's not that long. If you do it every day, everything comes due at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. For me, new man, going on vacation, buying my house, coming back home and moving, because I bought my house, just being in great energy of Hawaii, where they're going to activate DNA that's already inside of me to channel those 2 books I'm supposed to do for the Lemurians. That everybody's waiting for me to get back home. Right? Because everything that has happened this year, and we've all said, Once Bailey passes away, it's going to come really fast. Well, Papa died the 13th of April. And today's the 13th of July. Interesting, right? Times. We're talking about it. Ooh, big time. I know, right? Beta showed up. Don't worry, you're going to be there too. Don't worry about that. Spirit is when that's confirmation of everything that Bill has just channeled. It's all in place. Now, could I get in a place of fear? Oh, hell yeah. The Capricorn's like, what? No, we're going to do all of this in 2 months? Wait a minute. No. 2.5 months? Oh, no. We got to have time. Spirit's like, you don't have time. You have to be there by the end of October. Why? To get the house, it's already furnished, everything's the way it's supposed to be, but Levin said this past week that he had a premonition standing in the kitchen, that we were walking through the house looking at it just before we bought it. The people had already moved out, before we signed the papers. Okay? He's never had that before. Everything comes quickly. Everything comes as it's supposed to, right? But if we limit ourselves in our ascension, we go, I don't understand, Bill, why I'm not getting it. I don't understand I'm not getting it. Because you don't believe you're supposed to have it. You have to believe that you're going to get everything that you want. You have to believe it's already here. And once you do that, everybody, trust me, it will be months and it will show up. But you have to believe, if you want that $10 million, it's already in my bank account. Am I going to watch what I spend? No. Am I going to spend any different? No. But my peace of mind in my heart and in my gut is, I got $10 million in the bank if I need it. But I don't need it, do I? No, because Spirit is providing you with everything that you need, and there's no fear around money. Check one. For me, thinking about, okay, beds, right? We sleep in separate beds, especially, right? I mean, we sleep in the same bedroom now, but that's going to change. And so we need to have beds, right? Are we going to take our old beds? Not that old. They're pretty freaking new. We're going to give everything away. So, again, me being the Capricorn, I'm trying to plan. Spirit says, stop. Just stop. It will all happen like we planned it. We planned it. That's for everybody. I worry about the plants, right? If I had plants, some are 30 years old, 35 years old. Like, well, who's going to take? Spirit's like, stop. It's already planned. And the place that I'm in, which I want all of you to be in, is in that place of, okay, cool. It's all planned. It will all fall into place like it's supposed to. There's no need to worry about anything. Anything at all. Because they've got it. You signed the soul contract. On the bottom line, before you came back to Earth, like a 13-year-old little child should. Getting ready to go to Cedar Point, if you're around in Michigan and Ohio and things like that, going to Cedar Point, and then you get to Cedar Point at 13, and it doesn't mean that much to you like it did when you were 10. Of course not. Well, we come back to Earth and go, oh my gosh, I'm a baby. I gotta eat. I gotta poop. I gotta pee. There's gravity. I can't talk. I forgot about this chapter of the human experience from being born to about 4. And then if you pick the wrong parents, or you pick the parents to teach you something, guess what? There's yelling and fighting and drama and bad energy and the whole 9 yards, which takes your beautiful, beautiful soul and condenses it. The blessing is those days are over. They're over. And a child born over the year 2000 is a starseed connected to the universe. And a child born after 2012 is really connected to spirit. But they're all connected, as are we. Because we're here right now. And we're not part of the 3Ders that are going to be cleared off the earth in the next 5 years. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So that's why I know, right? Spirit says, that's why we sometimes talk about the same things every month. Because everybody's doing good, but they want more. They want more. Because people always ask me, well, Bill, you say we're going to be abundant in the future. What am I going to do for a job? I don't know. What jobs are still going to be around? A lot. Right? I mean, it's the same way when people say, Bill, we can't drive electric cars. There's no place to plug them in. They're blah, 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 blah. Well, they're not talking tomorrow. They're not talking in 10 years. They're talking about in the future, starting now. We have to build those things. Now, does that mean that it doesn't happen like that by 2026? No. Because there's money in it. And we all know what money does. It drives people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. Because all of a sudden, it's important. Kind of like us. If they put a sack of money in front of us, what would you do? Let's say there's a $10 million check sitting in front of you. Right? It's right there. What are you going to do? That's yours. That's yours as long as you can get to this energy. Would you work harder? You'd work harder till the ego kicks in. And then you'd be like, oh, no, you know what? It's really hard. You know what? It's not worth it. It's $10 million freaking dollars. It's not worth it. $10,000 is worth it to me. Right? $5,000 is worth it. What the heck? I'll take anything you got, but I got to go there. I can do that. Being the Capricorn mountain goat that I am, I'll climb that. I'll climb that stair to get that. Sure, why not? Ain't doing nothing else. But the cool thing is when you're going up them stairs, right? You're ascending. Just like Spirit always says, our guides will distract us with gold and silver and pretty things dangling in our face like Hansel and Gretel. And we're laying the bread down, right? And going to grandma's house, right? Putting the bread down, putting the bread down. And then 80% of the way there, then one of you goes, okay, the bread's gone. Because the squirrels ate it. As you are 80% to grandma's, which is ascension. And ego kicks in. Oh my God, how do we get here? I've got to go back, but the bread's gone. Fear, 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 and more fear. If you are ascended, this much fear. You'll be like, oh, no. That's supposed to happen. That's in my soul journey. Let's keep going forward. You keep walking, keep ascending. You get to grandma's house, which is 5D. And you have everything you've ever wanted in your life because your vortex is full behind your freaking self. You put that stuff there before you came here. Just like the money. Just like the money. We all have a vortex that we've created. Like a cornucopia, right? We put all cool stuff in there. So as we raise our vibration to the same level as our cornucopia, as our vortex, everything is ours. Everything is ours. But how many believe when they can't see it? That was always my problem. Trust me. I've been through it all. Spirit, how do I know that that's true? How do I know that that's right? Nah, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I truly suffered emotionally, physically, intellectually, big time. Because I was always the guy my entire life who always knew. Who I knew, I just couldn't get to it. Because I didn't follow the pretty little things in front of me, right? I'm like, no, I'm not falling for that stuff. I know about that. Oh, no. I got to have both my eyes open. I got to make sure there's no danger. Make sure that I'm not going to get killed. Because you know what? I've been around for 12,000 years not doing that stuff. So don't be putting that in my face. And when they would, I'd be, nope, Spirit, I'm done. I'm ripping that away. You'd be like, oh, my God, Bill, stop. No. I don't know who you are. I need somebody I can see. I can hear you, but how do I know what you're telling me is right? Until you finally go, okay, no, that's surrender. Because I can't win. I cannot win this battle. And as soon as you surrender, About a week later, ego pops up and goes, screw that. I'm not doing no more. It's not right. It's not true. Well, it is true. It's real. You're going to ascend no matter what. Why not pay attention so you do it faster? Why not start talking out loud and asking for what you want? Even if it's my God spirit today just sucks. I need you to make it better for me. And you get all green lights going to where you're going. Your favorite songs come on, the music. Anything to raise my vibration, and they do it because you asked them to. And eventually, guess what? You'll never have to ask because they'll bring them to you anyway. And then it's our job to acknowledge all green lights. Great music today. All green lights. Hey, Molly, how's it going? All green lights, right? Exactly. Because that's what it's all about. Is that when they bring us what we want without us asking, which is kind of cool, right? We have to acknowledge that we recognize that they brought it to us. Because we went and did what they asked us to, is to raise our vibration. Stop thinking negatively about ourselves and the world, right? Is it scary? Scary. But understand, it's shedding who we used to be. So all of the junk in politics, all the junk in government, all the junk with prices and things like that, like Lee and I were talking today, he says, yeah, prices only rose, prices only went up 3% in the month of June. And everybody's saying, oh my God, that's wonderful, that's wonderful, that's wonderful. Well, okay, but it went up 9% last year. So now it's 12% up from 2011. That's the new reality. That's the new reality. Because the Spirit has said before, you don't need 2 aisles of potato chips and snacks. You don't. You don't. So something's going to lose in there. Why? Because you're not buying baskets full of stuff. Because you're going to change what you eat. So the bill is lower. And you're going to eat different foods. And you're going to eat more real foods. And it's all going to be available to you. It's going to be easier. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. See? That's the plan that you signed up for. So when you go to the grocery store, and like Lee will go to the grocery store, it'd be $200 a week. What? But I have to eat everything from home. And I guarantee you, I was spending at least $150, $200 a week buying food from restaurants, guaranteed every week. At least $200 a week. Because I never cooked at home. I don't like to cook. I don't like to cook. That's why I'm going to hire a chef or have a chef who's going to cook my food for me in Hawaii. First, I'm not going to have time to cook because I'm going to be extremely busy with this, right? So they brought me somebody who's going to cook for me when he gets to Maui, I believe in December. See how it works? That's what the deal is. Lee will complain about the price and back it up as $200 again. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right, Erica? Wink, wink. Yeah. Is it going to go down? Probably not. We have to become accustomed to, okay, this is what you want to eat. It's going to cost more money. It's a lot of macaroni and cheese. Just kind of, But then he buys things at Nino Savaggio that are pre-made, that are his orange juice is $8. Why are you buying $8 orange juice for half gallon? Because he wants it. And that's the cool thing. He has the money to buy it because he wants it. That's all of us. That's all of us. I want to buy that car because I want to buy that car. I want to buy that house because I want to buy that house. And I was always that kid growing up because I always had the beautiful benefit of them taking care of me. Then I grew up in my 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, and guess what? No, it ain't that easy anymore. Because I was being pulled out of 3D. So when things change, when things are hard, there's a reason why they're hard. Because they're changing. You can say, Spirit, WTF, and say it. What the hell is that about? Why is it so freaking hard right now? I don't get it. And after you voice that, guess what? On your phone, you will have on YouTube, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to tell you something in a minute. YouTube, they control YouTube like a crazy, amazing, in-your-face kind of way. In-your-face kind of way. Telling you. Just on the side, when I met this person in June, every single video on my frickin' YouTube feed is about that person and me. Every single one. It changed like that. Because they wanted me to pay attention to meeting him. I know who he is. I know who he is from past lives. I know everything about that. But the cool thing is, okay, however long it takes, whatever. He's got to wrap some stuff up. Got to change his life. Okay, whatever. But them, Spirit on YouTube reminds me every day as not interested, hoping they'll bring me something else. And they don't. They bring me the same things, only from different people. So I finally just watched them. Okay, cool. And I watch them every day. Gone. But my music is gone. My astrology is gone. My astrology people are gone. They're all gone. Thank God I have subscriptions with them, right? So I can go and find them. But they no longer pop up on my YouTube feed. Because they want to instill in me, by pounding, right? That's the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. And he's going to be with you on Maui, in that house, forever. Forever. Awesome. Because we know each other from past lives. See? Do I believe in that stuff? I didn't until June the 24th. Because Spirit always yeah. There's very few of those twin flames. There are very few of those soulmates. Because people think soulmates are lovers. People think twin flames are going to be together forever, and they're not. Okay? So that was Spirit's thing. Hey, Heidi. That was Spirit's. Every single person who asked about, I know why. Everybody who asked about twin flames or soulmates, it was all because of emotion. It was all because of stuff that they hadn't figured out yet from this lifetime and before. So you have to go, okay, when this new moon on the 17th, we're feeling all ready, take your stuff, look at it, and ask them for guidance. Ask them for help. It's the 17th. 17th is going to be a big day. It's going to be an important day. It's going to be an intense day. And now you know why. Because they want you to let go of what? Hey, Bobby. They want you to let go of what no longer serves you. All the emotional stuff that doesn't serve you. All of the bullshit that doesn't serve you. And always it's attached to love. Always attached to love. Parental love, brother-sister love, friend love, spouse love, doggy love, doesn't matter, cat love, doesn't matter. Goldfish love. Anything that impacts us, right? We put away in our heart. Because that's what humans do. And ego loves it. Loves it. Because then it uses it to control you for the rest of your life. Until you say not anymore. And you talk out loud. And your guides understand. And say, you know what, Bill? I asked for 3 things. I got 2. That's freaking great. Most people get 1. So that tells me that you're on your ascension process. You're on to knowing who you are and letting go of all your stuff from this lifetime and before, because you're meant to be up here with the rest of us. So every new moon, every full moon, every celestial event is meant to help us ascend. As the world shifts, as the world changes, people are going to need us. They truly are. Because they're not understanding what the thing is going on. Because they're in fear. I don't know how many people in this past weekend at the Psychic Fair said, Bill, is the world going to end? No. We're already in New Earth already. Because of the people who are in that spiritual 5th dimension. We've already started it. The Age of Aquarius has already started. But there's still a lot of 3Ders. And we got to clear some channels, Spirit always says, right? As people go to prison, get convicted and go to prison, as that type of energy wanes and eventually just dissipates and disappears, as things are removed from the planet. And where do we set? Up here. Because we've done our work. We understand, right, that new moons are going to be emotional, like when they're in Cancer. Because Cancer is all about emotions. It's directly across from Capricorn in the zodiac wheel. Am I prepared? Am I prepared for that? I'm getting prepared for it. New guy. Emotions. Moving to Maui. Emotions. Right? Going on a vacation to Maui. Emotions. It's all emotions. Can I plan it? No. But can I plan what I want them to fix for me on 7/17? Yes. And on 8/8 is the next portal that opens. We'll talk about that next week, because that's another massive one. So from 7/7 to 8/8, the portal's open, guys. Again, and there's a new moon in there with emotional stuff, right? And then there's a full moon in there, I believe. No full moon until after 8/8. But there's all kinds of other stuff going on. But always remember, Jupiter is in Taurus. Expansion. Did anything that you want. It was retrograde for 2 years. It's now bountiful. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Okay? Truly. It will come. Like green shoes. From Amazon. Fantastic. And yellow shoes. Right? And white shoes. And the red ones will be here next week. So everybody can do this. You just have to be conscious. And people say, Bill, what's conscious? Just pay attention. Ask for what you want. Pay attention. And if one more person asks me, Bill, the lights are flashing in my house. Is that my dad? Really? Of course it is. Why would your lights flash? Unless it's a storm. Why does my TV go up and down in volume? Hello? Why does my cell chimes? Do it all the time. Anything, because our moms, our dads, our loved ones that are in spirit are energy. Just like our guides. They can manipulate anything. So when you're in the party store, or the 7-Eleven, if you're not from Michigan, okay, and you hear ticket, buy a ticket. Ticket, ticket, ticket. Or you get some chills up your neck and in your head. Or you get a little flutter in your chest. You hear ticket and you start to flutter. Buy the damn ticket. I will go ahead and take a Powerball quick pick, and I'll take that right there scratch off. Do you win the first time? Probably not. But what if you do win $800 million? What happens if you do win Mega Millions, which is almost $500 million? Or you win $100, or you win $1. Priming the pump to see if you will listen again when you hear ticket. Because I'm telling you, 80% of the population, I'm not doing I lost last time. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Buy the damn ticket. They're giving it to you. And there's not another chance. Trust me. In your soul journey, it will probably state, they're going to contact me, and I'm going to buy the ticket. But human, who has free will, says, no, I didn't win last time. I don't want to spend the $4. Really? It's $4. A freaking bag of potato chips is $5. Doritos are $8. Buy the darn ticket. All right. So that all went fast. Any questions, you know where to find me. Okay. You can email me. You can text. You can Facebook message me. You can text me on my phone number. You guys know where it's at. Reach out and let me know if you need me. Okay. Because I'm always around. Okay. Brenda, if they tell you to buy the ticket, buy the ticket, Brenda. Buy the damn ticket, because you never know. Okay? You never, ever, ever know. So if you want more information about element sessions, coaching sessions, contact me. Call me on the phone. Right? Ask one of the people on Coaching for the Soul. Right? On the program. There's almost everybody watches it. Right? When I put it on YouTube in about 10 minutes. Can anybody tell me about element coaching sessions? Bill says they're pretty good. Or whatever you want to write. Everybody who looks at that will say, you know what? So-and-so has one and so-and-so has one. They're a great thing. They're over 50% off the price of readings. At $155 for an hour and $95 for a half hour, and you get paid for 12 months and you get the 13th month free, and you help your ascension, you get into it, Bill holds you accountable. How come you're not booking a reading? How come we're not talking this week? Da-da-da-da. Yeah. But you'll get into it because all of a sudden your elevation will start to go up. Your activation will go up. Your life will change. Because I'm telling you what, element packages will change your life because they brought me the element packages. It's just me channeling them about you. Yeah. And how things work. So, namaste, everybody. If you would for me, please, I'm going to post a video over on YouTube. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please. Have your friends subscribe to the channel, even if they don't want to watch it, okay? YouTube keeps reaching out, and I know that once we move in October, by 2024, it's going to start getting kicky, happy, crazy, okay? Because they have that plan, all right? Like the videos. Please tell me what you like about the videos, what you don't like about the videos, okay? You can say, hi, Bill, but that's kind of, I appreciate it because you're actually saying something. But so many people watch the video and don't comment. And that's the way that YouTube shows it to more people because people commented. Because, hey, there might be something here. So please comment. Please comment. Please comment. And I guess I'll see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock for Coach for the Soul. Yeah. See ya.